Hello and welcome to HW News. This is Miyati. So India today extended the lockdown that has been imposed in the country till May 3rd. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today addressed the nation at 10 a.m. and he in his address informed that the lockdown will be extended till May 3rd. However, there will be some relaxations but not without any conditions. So let us begin. Let us understand what Prime Minister Modi said in his speech today. So first of all, Prime Minister Modi congratulated all the people for successfully following the social distancing and the lockdown. He said that despite the festival season going on in India, people are staying at home, people are celebrating the festivals at home, and he said that we the people of India collectively have made this resolution of fighting the coronavirus pandemic and beating the coronavirus, and this is what is a tribute for Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, whose birth anniversary India is celebrating today. He also said that it is the success of the people of India that we have been able to keep the coronavirus spread under control. However, it is important to note here that the coronavirus spread in India has increased. There are total more than 10,000 patients of coronavirus currently in India, and the death toll of coronavirus due to coronavirus has increased to 339. So this is the kind of situation that India is facing regarding the coronavirus pandemic. And today, as the 21-day lockdown ends, that was imposed on March 23rd, it was expected that Prime Minister Narendra Modi would announce the extension of the lockdown. However, before announcing the extension of the lockdown, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that India moved very quickly in its response to coronavirus pandemic. He said that even before there was one case, a single case of coronavirus in India, India had started screening passengers who are coming from the coronavirus affected countries in India, and we also quarantined them for 14 days. We kept them in isolation for 14 days and they were tested if they showed symptoms of coronavirus. He said that when we reached 550 cases, we imposed a lockdown which was a very early lockdown, and even WHO, if you remember, had lauded India's effort and India's brave decision to impose a countrywide lockdown. He said this is why we were able to curb the spread of coronavirus in India. However, he said now it requires more efforts since coronavirus pandemic is spreading across the globe, and we have seen that several countries across the world have been affected due to coronavirus, and their death toll and the coronavirus cases in those countries are continuously rising since it is a contagious, highly contagious disease. So he said that in keeping in mind the suggestions of the state chief ministers and the experts, India has decided to extend the lockdown to May 3rd. However, he said till April 28th, that is in the next 1 week, the government will monitor several states, several police chowkis, several districts and several panchayati raj where they can observe and monitor the activities and whether the people in those areas are following the lockdown or not. And after monitoring, if they are satisfied that this particular area is not a COVID-19 hotspot, people over there are following lockdown very strictly, and the chances of the particular area turning into a COVID-19 hotspot is very less, then lockdown will be relaxed in those particular areas. However, with some restrictions, people will be allowed to go out, people will be allowed to carry out some important economic activities, but with some restrictions. And this will happen after 20th April. However, Prime Minister Modi also said that an entire detailed plan regarding how this will go about will be announced tomorrow. And he also said that migrants and laborers, daily wage laborers were the ones who faced the maximum heat of the lockdown. Some lost their jobs, some lost their shelter, and many people are going hungry. So he said this entire plan that will happen, that will come into effect, will also be focused on the migrant workers and daily wage laborers. They will also be taken care of in this particular plan that will be unveiled tomorrow onwards. And moreover, Prime Minister Modi also requested Indians to follow 7 requests that he made. He first of all said that the elderly in the houses should be taken care of, especially those who have chronic disease. Then he also talked about how people should follow the Lakshman Rekha of social distancing and the lockdown, and they should stay at home. Thirdly, he also talked about that Ayush Ministry, whatever the guidelines that are being issued by Ayush Ministry to boost your immunity, they should be followed. He said that Arogya Setu app, which has been unveiled by the government of India, especially to track the COVID-19 apps, they should also it should be downloaded by all, and they should encourage others to download as well. He said that poor people should be taken care of. If possible, people should adopt one poor family and feed them. Then he also talked about the sacking of people. We have heard several cases and several examples from across the country where industries are slaying off people, they are cutting off salaries. Prime Minister Modi today requested that if you are a business owner, if you are industry owner, then do not sack people in your company, and instead provide them with food and whatever assistance they need. So these are the some requests Prime Minister Narendra Modi today made the entire country. Then he also talked about how India is progressing and increasing its capacity, its health infrastructure. Prime Minister Modi said we currently have as many as 1 lakh beds, and our testing capacity is also being increased. There are more than 200 testing labs currently in India, and more number of labs are being prepared and being armed to test for the coronavirus. He also said that there are more than he also urged the young scientists to come forward and take up the challenge of making the vaccine for coronavirus and developing a vaccine for coronavirus. So this was all about the COVID-19 and the lockdown 2.0. So from today onwards, the lockdown 2.0 begins in India, and it will go on till May 3rd. Now let me remind you that several state governments have already extended the lockdown in their respective state. In Maharashtra, the Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray had already declared that the lockdown will go on till April 38th. However, today, as Prime Minister Modi said, this lockdown will be extended till May 3rd. Now let us see how this lockdown go about and what will be the plan that will be unveiled tomorrow by the central government. Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.